expired. The chair now recognizes himself for 5 minutes for questions. Permit me to ask the witnesses to comply in the following fashion. I shall pose a question, and I will ask that you simply raise your hand if you understand the question as I have posed it, or if your answer is to be yes or no, and I'll be sure to be clear as to whether I want you to raise your hand if it's yes or no. Let me ask first, and I assume that you are very much aware of this, given that you're at the hearing. Were you aware of the style of this hearing today? The style is consumer credit reporting, assessing accuracy and compliance. Were you aware of the style of the hearing prior to coming today? If so, would you kindly raise a hand? Thank you for it very much. Let the record reflect that all the witnesses were aware of it prior to today. Now, is it true that as a major business, you maintain records so that you can ascertain the accuracy rate that you have within your business? If you believe that as a major business you should do this, would you kindly raise your hand, maintain your accuracy rate? All right, I see one hand. I don't see the third hand. Ms. Sandy, did you? Oh, I see. Oh, thank you very much. All of the witnesses agree that they should maintain an accuracy rate. Would you kindly now tell me what your accuracy rate is? Let me start with you, Ms. Sandy Anderson.
Thank you, Chairman. We track a number of metrics to determine accuracy rate, and right now we're tracking at over 99%.
And what metric is that?
That's our accuracy metric that we use to track material errors in credit reports as they're used by lenders and consumers.
Well, I'm to understand that with reference to your errors, you are 99% accurate in terms of the information that you provide.
Correct.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Mr. Danaher. The question is the same to you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, our analysis shows that credit reports are 98% accurate with regard to material accuracy. So 2% errors or so of credit reports are inaccurate with material consequences for the borrower.
Thank you. Let me move now to Ms. Beverly Anderson.
The last accuracy data measured by the CFPB happened in 2012. We know that there is another report that they would like to have to update the accuracy data, and we welcome the study. We have a number of measures in our business that measure the accuracy of our data furnishers, the level of dispute.
Ms. Anderson, if I may intercede, Ms. Anderson, I'll have to intercede. I need to know what your accuracy rate is. You've acknowledged that you knew what we were going to discuss today, and your 2012 data probably is a little bit outdated, but what is your accuracy rate, please?
Our data will be similar to the other two bureaus.
What does similar mean in terms of a number, please?
I'll have to get back to you with a number.
I would ask that you do so, and express my dismay that you're not prepared, given that you were well aware of the style of this hearing and what we'd be asking. Let me go on to something else that's exceedingly important. Minorities seem to have higher inaccuracy rates or error rates than others in this business. Do you keep a record of the accuracy rate as it relates to minorities? Let me start with you, Ms. Anderson. Do you keep such a record? Beverly Anderson. Ms. Beverly Anderson, can you hear?
Yes, I can. Yes, thank you.
Do you keep such a record? And I'll ask that you respond.
We do not. Yes, we do not have race data on our file.
Let me move on to Mr. Danaher.
No, Mr. Chairman, we don't have any insight into the race of the people on the credit file with regard to accuracy.
And then Cindy Anderson.
Thank you, Chairman. No, we don't have race data in our credit.
My time has expired. Let me thank the witnesses for their testimony and for devoting the time and resources to share their expertise with this subcommittee. Your testimony today will help to advance the important work of this subcommittee and of the U.S. Congress. The chair notes that members may have additional questions for this panel, which they may wish to submit in writing. Without objection, the hearing record will remain open for 5 legislative days for members to submit written questions to these witnesses and to place their responses in the record. Also, without objection, members will have 5 legislative days to submit extraneous materials to the chair for inclusion in the record. I remind members to submit written questions and materials for the record to the email address provided to your staff. I would also, while it is after the fact and a little bit late, remind members that we are not to address our comments to other members, but rather to the chair. With this said, this hearing is now adjourned.